6 seconds.
Welcome, everyone, to NBA basketball here on 2K Sports. Tonight, it's Noche NBA, a celebration of the amazing Latin culture in this league and its fans all around the globe. A great tradition we get to enjoy. And tonight, we've got the Indiana Pacers playing against the Chicago Bulls at United Center. I'm Kevin Harlan, joined by Greg Anthony and Richard Jefferson, with David Aldridge roaming the sideline. Here's the starting group for the Indiana Pacers. They've got Black, Miles Turner out there with Pascal Siakam. Then there's Carter, and it's Halliburton in at the point. And for Chicago, they've got Skinny, Lee out there with the kid. Then it's Brook Lopez, and it's Brian in at the 2. And Greg, taking a look at this one here tonight, the clash at the guard positions really stands out.
No question about it. Both teams rely heavily on their backcourts to get it done, and I'm interested to see which backcourt brings it tonight.
Now the pass to Dean. Some nice ball movement by the Bulls. Lee passes to Brian. Just 5 to shoot. Cans the shot with nobody near him.
And we talk about the importance of versatility. He's really got it all on the offensive end.
He with the block, and that's out of bounds. Indiana will retain possession. Here's Black, and a miss there off the inbound. Now the Bulls with it. They went to Indiana for their last meeting with the Pacers and came out with a win.
Well, they coasted to the win in that one. Were dominant in the rebound department, and that was a huge factor.
And if they can keep that same physicality, you have to think they'll be in a good position to grab another win here.
It's out of bounds. They are saying it was last touch by Lee. Carter for 3, drains it from beyond the arc.
Not the best pick I've seen, but look, hey, look, he got the job done, and that's all that matters.
The Pacers shooting their first free throw of the game right now.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
One shot.
That's good from Carter. Greg, in terms of the Pacers' last few seasons, some have pointed to their relative lack of size. What do you think?
Well, I think a big push for them this summer was adding to their front court, particularly getting more size at the forward positions. And I think they've improved in that regard.
Here's Halliburton. The Bulls getting the bucket. Fires the 3. And Carter with the basket on the assist by Halliburton. Carter's got 7.
Very few young players see the floor as well as Halliburton. It really shows just how impressive his ceiling is as a playmaker.
Halliburton with the steal, and here we go. Fast break. Halliburton's got it.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
Yeah, that's nice execution, running with purpose and creating an easy scoring opportunity off the break.
Lee outside. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
A couple turnovers here early on in the quarter, but he's got to just tighten it up a little bit.
Indiana's gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter. Carter kicks to Siakam. Passes it to Turner. Halliburton outside. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
Beyond the leaning, you can see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
Look, guys get away with this all the time, but on this occasion, he got caught.
Pass to the kid. Here's Buckets. Coming off a stellar performance against Washington. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Halliburton outside. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
For a skinny guy, Halliburton has a lot of confidence inside. In fact, he's confident at everything he does.
Here's Andrews. He had 37 points last game out. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Nothing soft about the putback there.
And why chance it, right? Take the dunk if you've got it.
And that's his MO. Be physical, get in position for the putback, and throw it down. The defense got to know that's what he's looking to do.
So the Pacers call timeout, their first of the game. They come into this having outplayed the Clippers last game.
Remarkable consistency indeed. You can't count on that every game, especially on the road.
Yeah, they just pummeled them from the perimeter. Did a nice job working the ball around and getting those high percentage looks.
In the season's second half, these teams have been really passing the ball well. The Bulls third.
Clearly, this group's on the same page offensively, and the chemistry continues to improve as well. The assist totals off the charts.
Now about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. Halliburton feeling it out a bit. For three, Siakam. Got a hand on it. Here's Lee. Siakam pulls it in.
Yeah, but the hand in the face, it's critical that you contest his shots every time down the floor.
And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
And that shot was well contested, but Siakam's just too tricky for it and puts his skills to work and able to get to the basket.
You know what you love seeing from Pascal Siakam is his confidence continuing to grow.
And Kevin, especially when it comes to scoring, Pascal understands how valuable he is to his team and how much they lean on him to step up on that end.
Here's Andrews. Hasn't made one yet. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
That's a nice play, getting the separation he needs for a clean look.
And you know it takes skill for you to get your shot up over a bigger guy. Little giant killer. That's impressive stuff.
All right, we hear a lot about the length of a season, Richard, and how those factor into the injuries these players go through. So can you share any tricks of staying healthy for a full schedule?
Yeah, I managed to do it a few times, and that was before they had all this fancy new age technology and science. But yoga was big for my health and longevity.
And so here is Indiana. To the middle. And Turner the bucket on the assist by Halliburton. Halliburton's got 3 assists now in this one. Here's Andrews. Look at those numbers of his. You just can't say enough about the work that he's doing at the offensive end. He's averaging about 30.5 points a game.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
And here are the Pacers now after the Bulls pick up 2. Here's Buckets, defended by Carter. Buckets can't hit.
And to put things simply, this has not been his quarter.
Here's Black. What a tremendous game he played against the Clippers. And Turner throws it down.
Hard to stop Turner in close. As soon as he has prime positioning, he is going for the slam.
Lobbed up there for Lopez. Takes it into the teeth of the knee and converts the layup.
Punch, counter punch. Impressive offensive production early on.
You have to think at this point the winner will be the one to settle in on defense.
Here's Black. Nothing on the board. He with the block. And he stays with it.
This is hard to watch. You might want to put the kids to bed. This man still has not made a shot this quarter.
Pass to Andrews. Here's the kid. Lee outside. Here's Bryan. Hits it from three-point range. Buckets got 5 now.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Time call here. Indiana decides to talk it over.
Chance. Let's check out the stats for Lee. Averaging 33 points a game, 13 assists, and 13 rebounds. And the phrase stats don't lie absolutely applies here. He's been a monster on the court for this team.
Yeah, they rely on his production night in and night out. There are times when he absolutely carries them.
Now, here is Halliburton. 17 points for him last game against the Clippers. No good from outside. Bulls have gone 8 of 14 from the field in the first quarter. The pass to Bryan. Here's Andrews. Bulls moving the ball around. Passes it to Bryan. For the three. They get it again. It doesn't go for him. Indiana trailing here. At the elbow, it's Siakam. Shoots. And Lee pulls it down.
Some people could say he's struggling on offense this period. I like to think of more of drowning. Just can't seem to find his confidence.
Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on him.
Yeah, hard to strategize for a guy who can make a pass or a play like this right in your face.
Here's Black. Lays it in without an inch of room around him.
Well, the pick didn't exactly neutralize the defender, but good concentration on the finish to still get the basket.
Here's Andrews. 8 points for him. And Lee with the stuff.
And he pulls off the Houdini to make that catch and slam it through.
Stupendous alley-oop. Carter down low. They grab their own miss. Siakam for three. Nailed from three-point land. Siakam's got 5.
Yeah, you got to get out on that. Siakam demonstrating that ability to hurt you from beyond.
Lee bounce pass. Buckets can't hit.
This shot's it's not there right now with his team leading. Perhaps, let's focus on some other areas of the game.
Halliburton for 3. It's all in by the Bulls. Lee's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Ryan passes to Andrews. A beautiful reverse layup. 10 points for him.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Halliburton outside. Outside Turner. He kicks it to Black. It's good. This game is all even.
And that is a big-time shot and a really dumb foul. Don't give him the end one on a three-pointer.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
Catching up now on the changes for Chicago. Zach Collins checked in for Lopez. Money comes in for the kid. And it's Dosunmu in for Lee. And they now lead as the free throw drops for him. Here's Andrews. He's got 10. And it's denied. Sent back by Siakam. Andrews passes to Dosunmu. For 3. Shots good by Puckett. And the Bulls lead by 2.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
From 12 feet out. And it's Halliburton missing.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
3rd personal foul. 2nd team foul.
And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Bulls.
When you pile up the blocks earlier in games, it really can affect the other team. They lose confidence offensively.
And let's not forget how terrific they've been on the offensive glass, throwing themselves on that backboard and being rewarded with additional points.
First one falls for him. And Indiana making a change here. Nemhard's checked in. Good on both.
For a star like him, you get lots of opportunities at the line, and he's great at cashing them in.
At the elbow, it's Siakam. Fades. Chicago grabs the miss.
And he felt like he needed a little bit more space with the fade to get off a shot, but that might have been what threw him off and made him miss.
Pass to Dosunmu. Gets to the rim for 2 with the D all over him.
Beautiful touch around the rim. Soft lay-in with the underhand finger.
Halliburton outside. Here's Siakam. And good. As it just snugs right down through the net.
Oh, man, he's feeling it this quarter. They should be looking to get him going every trip down the floor.
Here's Andrews. That's it. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7. Halliburton up top. He's someone who's a factor on any given night, averaging more than 22 points a game. Siakam. And Siakam throws it down.
And wiry strong, Siakam just snakes inside and makes a nice play off the contact.
Lets it fly. Again, Chicago.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
Here's Nemhard. He has yet to score. And that's a foul called on Money.
Number 14.
That's his first foul.
1st personal foul. 3rd team foul.
Bryant outside. Carter for 3. That's in, coming off an assist from Bryant. Carter's got 12.
And he's clearly led the way offensively. The question is, can they ride him and get back into it?
1:02 left in the first quarter. Here's Andrews. A rare miss for him.
And on the glass so far, it hadn't even been close.
Siakam finds Halliburton. Back to Siakam. Shoots the three. And it's Chicago with the rebound. They defeated the Wizards in their last game.
In that one, they owned the backboards. Most of the second chance opportunities went to them.
And you could tell it was demoralizing for their opponent, missing out on all those extra possessions.
And they keep hammering away at them inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Tries it from 9. And there are the Pacers with another bucket. Here's Andrews. He's covered by Halliburton. Pass to Bryan. Lets the three fly. And the Bulls another three. Now here is Carter. Up again. And Halliburton with the second chance points.
Oh, nice anticipation from Halliburton. His teammates appreciate when he goes after that offensive play.
Offense, the order of the day as the first quarter comes to a close. Bulls ahead. They're up by 4. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in just a moment. Welcome back, everyone, to the second quarter of play here on Noche Latina. Vamonos. And taking a look at Chicago's performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
Well, this is the edge that great rim protection can give you.
You can't overstate how much interior defense can shape the game. They have a distinct advantage there, and they have turned it into a lead.
Pacers trail by 4. On the court right now for the Pacers. Siakam is out there with Neesmith. Then there's Tyrese Halliburton. And there's Miles Turner. And it's Carter in at the shooting guard.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Anthony Simons grew up under the tutelage of his father, whose workout regimen sometimes left his son in tears. Anthony said, "I didn't get real joy from working out until middle school. By high school, it was just a normal day. It was so ingrained into me, working out extra and getting up as many shots as possible." Kevin?
Well, it brought him here, David. Thank you so much for the story. Here's Andrews. They lead by 6, their biggest margin. Buckets can't hit.
Look, the defense was locked in on him there. They know how dangerous he can be, and they guarded him perfectly.
Halliburton outside. Out to Turner. Jacks up a 3. That falls. Nice feed that time from Halliburton. Halliburton's got 5 assists tonight.
Love seeing this. Turner just rising and firing with no hesitation. Have to respect the confidence he's playing with.
Here's Lee. Good on the bucket. Lee's got his second basket of the night.
And look at how quick he was to bite on the pump fake. Left his feet way too soon.
Greg, there's a lot of impressive things about Tyrese Halliburton, most notably how efficient he is.
Yeah, Kevin, those percentages are terrific. But not only that, he's phenomenal at it, making sure he keeps his teammates involved. Just a remarkable young point guard.
Now, here's Neesmith. No scoring in this one. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Oh, the balance and focus. Halliburton able to power through contact and convert.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
And you know, something I remember from their last game was how good he was at the line.
Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Money's checked in for Lopez. Dosumu comes in for buckets. And it's Lonzo Ball in for Skinny.
One shot.
Greg, there's been a scoring surge throughout the league. Is that due to poor defense, or is it to the rising talent level?
Listen, teams are still defending, and the rules might have helped some. There's no doubt that there's not as much grabbing and holding. But these guys are scoring from all over the court and doing things we just never seen before.
Simons, he's checked in for Halliburton. The Pacers have gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. Lee with the steal. Ball from long range. Kept alive. No good on the shot. Indiana's gone past the three-point line for 13 of their shots. 6 of 13.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Now, here's Ball. Here's Money. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball. And the Bulls lead by 2.
And Ball sets up his teammates, and when they're open, quick to whip it around. One of the best ball movers in the league.
He finds a shooter in motion and is confident he can threat him with the lead pass. Well done.
Here's Lee, following the score by Miles Turner. To the paint. Dosunmu, shot's good.
And he placed that pass out in front of him and let him just run into it in rhythm.
Black the pass to Nesmith. Tipped away. And now here's Lee. The fast break opportunity.
Oh, wow!
That is powerful.
And talk about putting some extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space. And great camera work showing up on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Here's Simons. It's hauled in by the Bulls. The Kids got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Ball, the pass to Dean. Here's Money. Outside, Ball. And looks like the illegal kick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
That's going to draw a whistle every time down the floor. Not even close to being a legal screen.
That's a very avoidable turnover. You gotta focus on the details.
Here's Black. 8 points for him. Nembhard. And the Pacers can't get it to go. Greg, I'm sure their coach is very pleased with their offensive flow right now.
I mean, it's harder than it looks to get it going like this. Now they just have to maintain it.
Pacers trail by 4. And it's blocked. And they'll get another chance. And the call will be against Lonzo Ball. That's his first foul.
Man, it's close, but, didn't get on balance quick enough.
Here's Black. He carries a very heavy load for him offensively, averaging nearly 32 points a game. The pass to Simons. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Second chance shot. He takes it up and lays it in. Simons has got his first bucket of the night.
Taking it up strong against size. He does not lack for confidence.
Really putting the bigger defender on his heels. I love seeing aggressive finishes like that.
And that one drops for him. And it's 8 points for lights out.
The offensive success is due in part to his quality shooting. He hasn't wasted too many looks.
And the Pacers call time here.
Make some noise, fans, for the one and only Chicago Bulls.
And now we bring you the rookie leaderboard, featuring the NBA first-year players who have been dominant on the glass for the past 10 games and counting. You look at Lee, no doubt one of the most efficient rebounders in the game. And, of course, the chosen one, several spots down. Another one of the great rebounders in the league. What a season on the glass for him so far.
You know, as a young player, all you can ask for is an opportunity. And then it's incumbent on you to make the most of it. And these two have done just that with their tireless work on the interior.
Now here's Lee. 29 points for him last game against Washington.
And in addition to putting up points, he terrorized ball handlers, racking up a ton of steals.
Here's Black. Oh, my goodness. What a play. And he dunks it down.
And talk about putting some extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space. Shoots it. Can't tie it up as that one's no good.
See, that miss right there, it's why teams try to avoid the mid-range jumper these days.
Got that one up quick. 10 points for lights out.
I love how ball moves the rock. Incredible instincts on the offensive end.
Simons with the ball. He's averaging a bit over 5 points a game. Ball with it, and Simons picks him up defensively. Here's Money. Here's Lee. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Fourth personal foul. First team foul.
Chicago shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight.
2 shots.
The first one falls. Chicago making some changes. Brook Lopez is checked in for Money. Buckets comes in for Dosunmu. And it's Skinny in for Lonzo Ball. So he gets them both. And the Pacers with possession here. 6-point game. Halliburton passes to Siakam. And it's sent back by Lopez.
And we have seen Lopez really improve his shot blocking. Adept at using that length to alter shots.
Siakam deciding where to go with it. Down low. And Turner throws it down.
And using that improved court awareness, Turner continues to make plays out of the pick and roll.
Here's Andrews. He's covered by Halliburton. Andrews, no good. And Siakam has got the ball here for Indiana. From 12 feet out, and he hits the jumper for 2. Siakam's got 11 points.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
A shot. And he bangs it home with one hand. And he's now got the double-double. 10 points and 11 rebounds.
Good to see a player going all out when the game's this tight.
You know, G.A., he knows what his job is. Patrol the offensive glass.
He's just giving them everything he has. It's what his teammates appreciate and enjoy playing with him.
And Brook Lopez, the bucket on the assist by Lee. Lopez has got the lead up to 6 now for the Bulls.
Can't let Lopez get comfortable down low. The second he does, there's no stopping.
The 10-footer. The shot by Carter. Nobody around. Drills it from outside. 15 points in the game.
And let's see, guys, if that triggers another little explosion from him after hitting 3 triples in that first quarter.
And the first timeout of the game called for Chicago.
Adjustments are a part of the game, and the coach sees something he doesn't like here.
Yeah, this is a good opportunity to get your group together and make sure everyone is on the same page.
Here now to see the numbers for him.
Chicago on the ball.
Here's Andrews. He's covered by Halliburton. Back the pass to Turner. And the shot is good. Turner's got 13 points. Chicago has gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Lobbed up there for Lopez. And stolen by Siakam. Carter outside. Halliburton on the wing. Back to Carter. Shoots. That falls. Nice feed that time from Halliburton.
Assist from
Halliburton's got 6 assists here tonight. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Pacers.
From the tip, they are not making things easy on them. Lots of steals, playing disruptive basketball.
And another thing they've done so well is convert fast break opportunities. Great job trusting their guys and getting those easy ones.
6 changes of the lead here.
Both teams still kind of feeling their way through this game.
Indiana's got the three-point shot off 16 times tonight. 7 times they've hit it. 9 times they've missed. It's stolen. Here's Buckets, defended by Carter. Over in the corner, Lee. From 18 feet away, Siakam pulls it in. Siakam's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Carter for 3. Good for basket number 7 tonight on a not-so-unlucky 13 shots.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
2 minutes remaining in the first half.
Lee outside. Bryant. Carter pulls it in.
In the first quarter, he was raining down 3. That's not the case here in the second.
The Bulls trailing. Lee outside. Passes it to Bryant. And the 3 ball is good. Bucket's got 14 points.
You give a shooter of his caliber that much time to seam it up? Oh, yeah, you're done.
Here's Black. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
And these are his second and third free throws tonight.
Black taking 2 shots.
Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
Some big guys struggle at the line, not him. He's put in the work to defy that assumption.
Here's Andrews. He's covered by Halliburton. And Lee with the stuff. It has been nip and tuck through the first half.
Exactly, guys. The way it's seesawed back and forth, unbelievable.
Here's Black. 12 points for him. Lee with the block. And that's out of bounds. Indiana will retain possession. And 1:01 left in the first half of basketball. It's Black in the corner. Shot clock at 6. Inside shot. And Lee pulls it down. Lee's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for 1.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
He's just riding the wave of momentum right now, getting to his spots and keeping things simple on the offensive side.
Andrews.
And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
Pacers trail by 4. Halliburton outside. Pass to Siakam. Siakam controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And watch Siakam just spring up for those offensive boards. Athletic ability gets him to the ball so fast.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Basket counts.
You know, he's had better starts, obviously, but he's shaking it off here in the second.
Carter inside the three-point line. Knocks down the step-back J. Carter's got 22 points.
You know, a good job by the defender of not getting fooled by the step back, but he still got the shot to fall.
And man, is he in a zone right now. Seems like he can't miss.
Fires for 3. That one doesn't drop.
Having a hand up in your face makes such a difference to a shooter.
Yeah, that's a good defender making a play, and he does it without fouling.
And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Bulls lead by 4. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, guys. Coach, on defense, not the start you'd hope for. What has to change going forward?
Well, we got to take care of turnovers and get the shots that we want, and we'll put ourselves in a lot better position to get back and find their scores and guard them better.
Good offense leads to good defense. Thanks very much. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey everybody, tremendous first half. Glad to have you back. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. It was a closely contested first quarter for Chicago.
And in one stretch there, they were up by 6. Scoring-wise, they broke even in the second, so little ground was lost there.
And Kenny, what did you think about what you saw from Chicago?
They're running a smooth offense tonight, creating high-quality shots. Motion, sharp as a razor. Their spacing is excellent. They're moving the ball well. I love the way this team is playing.
How about you, Shaq? What did you think about Indiana?
Well, those second chance points are huge, and they only came because of their effort. Their work on the offensive glass is what's keeping them in the game. They definitely should try to continue to stay tough on the glass. It's been key so far.
Thanks for joining us, folks. We're now just a few minutes away from the start of the third quarter.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Skinny having a dominant impact in this game.
And the way that he has helped out with the ball movement has been a difference maker early on.
And it's a role we don't always see him in, but he's done a great job tonight getting the rest of his team involved.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Skinny is out there with buckets. Then it's the kid. Then there's lights out, and it's Lopez in at the center position. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. Carter for 3. It's hauled in by the Bulls. Lee's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. He shoots again, and that one's good. Andrew. Skinny's got the first bucket of the third here for the Bulls. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Thanks, Kevin. The Pacers are a team on the rise, and Tyrese Halliburton says one of the favorite parts about the way we're building the culture here is it's not just showing up for a game, and that's it.
That's good.
Watch games, text about games, talk about games when we get to the arena. I just want to be around guys who love basketball and want to be great. Kevin?
Isn't that special, David? Hey, thanks for that report. The Pacers shooting the 6th attempt at the free throw line tonight. Here's Lee. Fires it up. Pass to Dean. Some nice ball movement by the Bulls. 5 on the clock.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. And here's Halliburton. He'll bring it up for the Indiana Pacers. To the inside. Carter. That falls. Nice feed that time from Halliburton. And that's now 24 points for Rain Man. The Bulls leading by 3. Now Lee. He's got 16. And he drives in. Good work defensively by Turner.
Fantastic positioning there to contest that one.
Textbook defense. Take a good angle to the shooter and bother the release.
For Chicago, they've gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. Here's Bryant. And the Bulls, another 3.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
Yeah, you got to know where he is at all times, especially when he's roaming around the perimeter ready to fire.
Now, here is Halliburton. He has 7. Here's Buckets, defended by Carter. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points, so 1 free throw coming up.
And double teaming him is the only thing that's going to cool him off at this point. He is on a roll.
First team foul.
The Bulls have been excellent at the free throw line here today. A flawless 6 for 6.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. Now, here is Halliburton. Guarded close and easy 2 points on the layup.
It's sticking with that shot. Halliburton, impressive with the finish.
Here's Andrews. The putback. Great positioning on the putback. The Kids got the lead up to 9 now for the Bulls.
Oh, great timing. He is one tough customer on that offensive glass.
It's like he has a sixth sense of where that rebound is going.
When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
You got to blow the whistle when it's that obvious. Great call there by the official.
There's the pass to Bryant. A three. It's rebounded by Indiana. Carter's got his 5th rebound in this one. From outside, off the mark.
And this has been an outstanding display on the boards, and it's a big part of why they have a lead in this game, doing the dirty work down low.
Here's Bryant. Cranes the three-pointer. And it's a 12-point Chicago lead.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Always plays hard until the final whistle, no matter what the situation is.
Timeout called the Pacers. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
Let's bring up the 2K leaderboard to see which teams over the last month have been best at scoring points off turnovers. The Bulls in second.
Yeah, I mean, their defense has been really good, and it's led to a lot of easy opportunities on offense. Creating points off turnovers has been key.
Halliburton outside. To the middle. Carter kicks to Halliburton. Shot clock at 2. Here's the 3. And the shot is good. The Chicago lead has been cut down now to just 9 in the basket from Black. Chicago has gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. Passes to Lee. And Lee with the stuff.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark. Awesome rewind, courtesy of the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Here's Halliburton, and Halliburton slams it in.
And a guy who can get up off the floor. Halliburton will throw one down if you're sleeping.
And the Bulls call timeout here.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Bulls Youth Dance Team.
checked in for Chicago. The Pacers also with the sub. Nembhard's checked in. Chicago leading by 9. Here's Andrews. It's rebounded by Indiana.
Fantastic positioning there to contest that one.
Textbook defense. Take a good angle to the shooter and bother the release.
It's tipped and out of bounds as the Pacers gain possession. Now we have a moment to look at how the blocks have been stacking up over the past several months for him.
We're just not seeing that same fierceness out of him defensively these last few months. He's lost a little bit of that intimidation factor. He's not blocking as many shots, and he's not making the same impact on that end of the floor.
Now, here is Halliburton. 11 points in the game, and he's good on the 3-ball.
High IQ play by Halliburton, breaking down the defense with a pick and creating for himself.
Here's Lee. 6-point lead. The 11-footer. Siakam pulls it in. Siakam's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Good D by Lee.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
Yeah, you can see why he's established that reputation. Strong understanding of how to defend at the rim.
Now, here's Dosunmu. Following the miss by Pascal Siakam. Pacers trail by 8. Richard looking at Dosunmu. He's had some recent recognition for his ability.
Getting to appear in the Rising Stars Challenge. Look, a credit to the promise he shows as a young player. That selection can be very encouraging for a young guy.
Now, here's Siakam. 13 points in the game.
And every miss finds its way to his hands. Well, what an impressive performance.
You aren't exaggerating. You don't get to 20 rebounds without having a special talent for grabbing misses.
A 3-pointer is right on target.
You give a shooter of his caliber that much time to seam it up? Oh, yeah, you're done.
Halliburton passes to Black. That's tipped. They recover it.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
Lee, that's good. And a moment here to take a look at some of the hustle stats for Chicago.
All you have to do is look at one stat, and that is their block numbers. It tells you how tight their D has been. They've been going out of their way to smother the defense.
And we also got to highlight how lackluster the opposition has been in terms of boxing out. This team is flat out bullying them on the offensive glass.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
Here's Nembhard. Nothing on the board. Outside Carter knocks down the 3-ball.
Maybe they've been going to him a little too much. Now he's having a great game, but his team is losing, and that is all that matters.
And that one is hammered home.
He's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Insane dunk.
And now they're starting to rub it in. Build up a lead, and here we go, baby. It is showtime. Now, here's Siakam. He's got 13.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
Yeah, straight up, guys. Like, he's ice cold, like freezing. What's colder than cold? But you don't have to shoot it, my guy. It's okay to pass the ball.
Hey, whatever adjustments they made at halftime, they are working to perfection.
Oh, yeah, I can't agree more. They haven't missed.
Siakam's shot is off.
And offensively, he has been a liability more than he's helped this quarter.
Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Left side, Halliburton. Inside. And Siakam gets it to go on the assist by Halliburton. Halliburton's got assist number 8 now on the night. Now here's Lee. He's got 25. Poke loose and stolen by Siakam. Pass to Nembhard. Up and in on the lane.
Just good aggressive drive from him that time. Found a hole in the D and went straight to the rim.
Here's Andrews. Banked in off the glass. Skinny's got 8 here in the quarter.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
Halliburton kicks to Black. Back to Halliburton. Carter on the wing. Latray. Rebound by the kid.
Sometimes it's more about what the defense is doing. On that possession, they were all over him on the perimeter.
And Lee with the stuff.
Nice job clearing some space out under the boards and setting himself up there for the putback.
And not just any old putback, Clark, but a big, big foul. Here's Nemhard. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. Here's Black. Goes to the reverse layup and taps it in. Black's got 20 points.
And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arsenal.
And the Bulls call timeout here. Changes for Chicago. Zach Collins comes in for the kid. And Money subbed in for Lee. Thomas Bryant, he's checked in for Indiana.
2 minutes.
Here's Andrews. He has 31. And shot on the way. The rebound by Bryant. And so Siakam will bring it up for the Pacers. Outside Bryant. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Bryant's got 5.
And the all-around game of Siakam, so adept at working the ball to open guys.
Here's Andrews. A terrific shot on the turnaround. And the Bulls lead by 13.
This man is on fire. His team is winning, and it doesn't get better than that.
Fast break. Here comes Chicago. Castadosunmu. Here's buckets. 1:07 left to play in the third. And a great job by the D contesting that shot and forcing the miss. Here's Nemhard. Siakam outside. And the Pacers another 3.
Yeah, that's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
He lobs it up. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. 40 seconds left here in the third quarter. The Bulls leading by 10. Here's Money. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game. Here's buckets. And the Bulls with another miss.
Having a hand up in your face makes such a difference to a shooter.
Yeah, that's a good defender making a play, and he does it without fouling.
And the dunk by Bryant.
And that's a huge play. I mean, they need more like it because second chance points are going to be key in this game.
Probably so. That's usually a crucial element to any comeback. And that's a foul called on Zach Collins.
Zach Collins.
That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul. Pacers substitution. Anthony Simons.
And so it's the Chicago Bulls holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. We come back right after this. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
You've got to admire the vision just as much as the accuracy. Not many players can even spot that pass.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. And so in the game for the Pacers, Siakam is out there with Miles Turner. Then there's Carter. Then it's Anthony Simons. And it's Black in at the 3, the small forward.
Yeah, it's easy to see why they go to him so often, because they know they can depend on him to come through for them.
Now here's Simon. He's guarded closely. Missed inside. The Bulls leading by 10. Money passes to Andrews. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
They're in strong position coming down the stretch, and he is a big reason why.
Second personal foul.
So for the Bulls, the kid is checked in for Money, and Lee's subbed in for Dosunmu.
For the Bulls, Andrews.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
Here's Siakam. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
And right there, you see the impact of Siakam's length. So tough to defend once he gets to his spots.
2 shots.
First free throw is good.
A big man who can score, rebound, and pass. This is why Siakam has become a huge piece of this team.
Here's what Chicago's going with right now. Money's checked in for Lopez. Dosunmu comes in for buckets. And Ball's subbed in for Skinny. In Indiana with a change here, too. Halliburton's checked in for Anthony Simons. He doesn't get the second one. Chicago leading by 12. Money passes to Lee. And it's sent back by Carter. Siakam, high post. Off target with the free throw line, Jay.
And smothered him on that mid-range attempt.
That's how you play it. Does a good job of getting into the shooter's airspace.
Here's Lee. It's good. The assist that time from Ball. Ball's got 3 assists now in this one. Pacers trail by 14. Carter down low. Drops it in from 11 feet. Carter's got 29.
Nothing better than a hustle play like that. It gets the whole team amped up. Sets the example for everyone.
Halliburton against Ball. Siakam kicks to Halliburton. And there's the pass to Carter. And the 3 off target.
And as long as he keeps missing from deep, the D will keep letting him fire away. He's just off from range right now.
Lee passes to Money. And it's denied! Sent back by Siakam. Passes it to Halliburton. Siakam, the bounce pass. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Personal foul.
And Halliburton not afraid to work for it on offense, taking the contact and still getting the
Shooting
finish.
for Indiana, Tyrese Halliburton. One shot.
That's good from Halliburton.
And back in college, Halliburton was impressive, but he doesn't seem content to rest on past achievements. He's always trying to take his game to new heights.
Now here's Lee, and the Bulls with another miss.
Well, okay, well, I like his aggressiveness, but like the defense was waiting on him that time.
Black the pass to Halliburton. Pass to Siakam. And he gets it to go. Siakam's got 21 in the game.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. You know, Greg, one thing you got to admire about Miles Turner is how sensational a shot blocker he is. Every year among the leaders in the NBA.
And Kevin, such a dependable defensive anchor. Someone that just reads shooters well, knows when to go after the block.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Billy Donovan talking to his team. And he was real calm during the timeout. He was smiling when he told the team, we're up. Game plan is working. Go out there and have fun. It's always fun when you're up late. Guys?
Thank you, David.
And that's exactly what they're going for on that shot.
Pass to Black. Over Lee. Rebound by the kid.
And smothered him on that mid-range attempt.
That's how you play it. Does a good job of getting into the shooter's airspace.
Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. A nice shot by Carter.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
In the modern NBA, you have to hit threes to win games, and they've made that adjustment since the break.
Now, here's Ball. Clock at 6. It's picked off. To the paint. Halliburton passes to Siakam. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. And a chance now to look at the schedule for Chicago. On Friday, they'll tip off a road trip in Brooklyn where they'll take on the Nets. Then on Sunday, they'll be matching up against Rudy Gobert and the Minnesota Timberwolves.
And you know for that matchup with New York, this is one where it would take a complete meltdown for them not to come away with the win. Anything can happen, but I'd be shocked if they don't come out on top.
At the line for 2, Lee.
Shooting 2.
The free throw drops for Lee. Some changes for Chicago. Brook Lopez is checked in for money. Buckets comes in for Dosunmu. And it's Skinny in for Lonzo Ball. Indiana also making some changes. Nemhard's checked in. And it's Simons in for Halliburton. And both free throws good for Lee.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
Here's Nemhard with the drive. Pulls it up. That is good. And the Bulls' lead is cut down to just 8 points on the bucket from Black. Bulls have gone 5 of 8 shooting as we've come down the home stretch in this final quarter. The three. Shots good by Buckets. Buckets got 16 here in the second half.
Goodness, this man is ripping 3 after 3. An incredible display of shooting.
Here's Black. And it's Chicago with the rebound. The kid's got his 18th rebound here tonight. All over the place. Here's Andrews. Covered by Simons.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Great chemistry on display. He understood where to put the screen in order to free up his teammate.
With nobody on him, he buries the jumper.
And he's been passive today, but maybe that's what he needs to get him going, because for them to be successful, he's got to be a little more selfish.
Bryant, another one falls for Chicago.
He is pouring it in this quarter. Maybe double team him shoot at this point in time, triple team to do.
And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the content.
Clearly a foul.
At the line for the Pacers, Andrew Nemhard, taking 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. He hits both from the stripe. Chicago leading by 11. Inside. And Lee with the stuff.
How about breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk?
A nice way to pad that lead a little more. You're right. And here is Simon. Lopez with the block. And so the ball goes out of bounds. Lopez touched it last. Siakam is checked in for Indiana. Halliburton comes in for Anthony Simons.
Tyrese Halliburton.
Here's Black. They get the rebound. Kicks it out to Siakam. That falls. Nice feed that time from Halliburton. Halliburton's got 10 assists here tonight. So active. Lobbed up there for Lopez.
A big who can score from anywhere. Lopez is a tough guy to track defensively.
And so it's Carter who brings the ball up for the Indiana Pacers. A strong finish under heavy pressure all over. Carter's got 12 points in just the second half. Andrews passes to Dean. Here's Buckets, defended by Carter. And the pass to Lee. A 3-ball. It's a hand on it. It's good on the putback. 16 points for the kid.
You know, his positioning near the hoop, always to his advantage. Just a terrific job to tip that one back in.
Halliburton passes to Siakam. Knocked loose. Here's Here's buckets, covered by Siakam. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Third personal foul.
All right, Richard, with the game on the line, which current player would you choose taking the last shot?
You can't go wrong with Dame time. KD is up there, too, because he can get his shot off from anywhere. But you give me one shot, I'm going to say Klay Thompson.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he makes the first. Both shots good from the stripe. Pacers trail by 14. Now, here is Halliburton. Passes it to Black. And again, it's the Pacers from deep.
And there aren't many players more reliable from three-point range than he is, especially when the D's playing off him like that.
And that one's good. Andrew.
He's been the guy tonight. Really impressive performance.
Indiana's gone 3 of 4 from downtown here in the fourth. Here's Halliburton. The shot from the low post is good. Halliburton's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Well, I don't know what Coach said to him at half, but his shooting has been tremendous here in the second.
Lee with the ball. Picked up by Turner. Offensive rebound. Out to Lee. And stolen by Siakam. Pass to Halliburton. Knocks it loose. And so it looks like the Pacers will retain possession here. Halliburton on the wing. To the inside. Turner. And the Pacers tack on 2 more.
And a big night for Miles Turner so far. Really playing hard, trying to make every possession count.
Here's Andrews. Just 4 to shoot. Count that one. Skinny's got 42 in the game.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Time called here. Indiana decides to talk it over.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
I'm sure Coach is going to give them an earful about that. You can't be happy with that soft interior D.
Your Bulls, you dance team.
Let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game. Lights out.
And Kevin, it's a no-brainer. He's controlled every aspect of this game, and it's just so fun to see a player perform at a level that's just higher than anyone else out on the floor.
He sure has given this crowd a treat tonight. This kind of performance only cements his status as a fan favorite. Here's Halliburton. He's tightly guarded. Kicks to Carter. Six to shoot. Got a piece of it. Here's buckets. Defended by Carter. There's the lob to the hoop. And stolen by Siakam. Ball's knocked loose. Pass to Lee. Goes up at the stripe. It's rebounded by Indiana. Black's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Power down with both hands.
He's just making the D look foolish. I mean, that was one heck of a move to get himself the space he needed to operate.
And how about the slam to finish it off? Not too shabby either. Count that one. Skinny's got 44.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
This is what you expect from him, just coming alive and dominating in effortless fashion here in the fourth.
Shoots it up. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. 29 points for the chosen one. Here's Andrews. 1:30 left in the game. The 19-footer is on the money. Skinny's got 46 points.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Now here is Carter. Count it. Good. Carter's got 14 points here in the second half.
The adjustment. Man, what a finish.
Andrews passes to Dean. Lee outside. Here's Bryan. Off target with his 3. Indiana's gone 3 of 4 from downtown here in the fourth. Lee against Siakam. Over Lee. And there are the Pacers with another bucket.
And Siakam always has options in the mid-range. He's a talented shooter who can make that shot.
Here's Andrews. He's covered by Halliburton. Here's Lopez. It counts. And the foul. Black. And so he's picked up his final foul. And he will sit for the rest of this game.
Yeah, and luckily they've got terrific depth at that position. If there's one spot on the floor where they can afford to lose somebody, that would probably be it.
Making no mistakes and putting some extra nails in the coffin right here. That pretty much do it.
Now, here's Simon. Defense is right there. Yep, it counts.
He saw a path to the rim, and he took it. The defense just couldn't stop him.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Here's Andrews, covered by Simon. Andrews, no good. Simon's with the ball. Launches it. And the rebound goes to Lopez.
And you could tell he thought he had a little more space, but the defender was right there.
Did a great job closing the gap, making the shooter feel on.
David, thank you as always. Thank you for joining us.